Hello everybody and welcome to another knockoff review. In today's video, thanks to the team at TF Direct, we have a slightly early ahead of schedule offering from Legendary Toys. This is the LT-02W, aka a white and blue repaint of the MPM-04 Optimus Prime. Now, as you may or may not be aware, I sold my original MPM Optimus Prime, having replaced it with the Legendary Toys version with some gorgeous, amazing paint applications and a fantastic build quality. So let's see if this white version lives up to all the hype. Now, being a pre-production sample, it's been floating around in China, going from reviewer to reviewer, and somebody had bashed my box in. So it's slightly worse for wear, but the product itself is in impeccable condition and comes packaged in a plastic clamshell. And here we have the very gorgeous repaint out of the packaging, sporting both of his blue blades and that smoked cannon gun. Absolutely love the paint scheme on this. Is it Ultra Magnus? Who knows? Maybe it's meant to be, or maybe it's just a really nice repaint of Optimus Prime. Either way, I think it looks very professionally done. I think a lot of Prime fans out there are going to go and hunt this down. And now these are being made in a limited number. So if you have the opportunity to get one, grab it while you still can. It kind of reminds me of the old Nightwatch Optimus Prime as well. I know he was done in the dark blue and black, but it's just kind of got that same sort of vibe to it. I like it. I like it a lot. And getting up close and personal, you can see why I love what Legendary Toys does. Whether it's the Legendary Toys branch or the Black Mamba off branch, they do a sterling job. Look at all that intricate paint detailing. In my opinion, this is what a masterpiece should look like from the get-go. Don't get me wrong. Credit's due. Hasbro and Takara done an outstanding job of MPM Prime. But Legendary Toys improved it. Truly remarkable. The gun is pretty much what we've got from the regular versions. Again, just painted up somewhat. You've got these really nice articulated trigger finger. These are nice. Nice applications throughout. Same functions as our standard Prime. You can switch out the face by lifting that up, pulling this up, rotating this around, and then popping that back down inside like so. There we go. Never been a real fan of the maskless Prime, but the options definitely there. Love the pinstriping as well, considering this is a pre-production sample as well. You know, usually I get a few scuffs here, there and everywhere, but very pleasantly surprised. Now let's open these up and take a look at his matrix chamber. So windows go back, windows go back. This opens like so. This opens like so. And we can bring down his matrix chamber. And this is incredibly stiff, but there's the matrix, or the Allspark, whatever it's called, but there it is. It's housed nicely in his chest. We can just bring this back up and tab this back into place, and then tab these back in as well. Now the paint applications are good throughout, although this does look like it's maybe applied a little bit too thick on here, but the same can be said about the original Legendary Toys version, I guess. I think it's because it's a different plastic. We get a different consistency on there. There we go. And just fold these windows back in. There we go, much better. And just to give you an idea of how he looks alongside the Legendary Toys Prime, they look ruddy marvellous. Very much reminds me of some of the old Dreamwave comics where we had Prime and Magnus both in that sort of kind of soldiers on the front line, and then Prime gets the Matrix. It's a good look. I know they're going to do kind of a fruit pastel rainbow variety of repaints, and I know some people out there will go and get every single one of them. Personally, if they do a Shattered Glass kind of repaint or a Nemesis Prime repaint, yeah, I'd bite, but I'm not convinced I'd buy any others. I think Magnus, maybe Shattered Glass and a Nemesis, that would be my lot. Now, if this is your first time viewing this mould, the articulation can go left and go right. We can lift the head, get a little bit more range on there, and we can tilt up and down, like so. Unfortunately, no quizzical tilt side to side. The arms are on a very nice ratchet, go all the way up and over, then come out to the side on a friction joint. There's an upper bicep rotation. There's not one, but two, depends on those elbows. Rotation on the wrist, as well as a inward and outwards motion on the wrist. As previously mentioned, the fingers are all pinned, but there's an additional point of articulation on the trigger finger. The waist does rotate, but you are advised to shift his legs down slightly on sliders, just so we get a little bit more range on there, and there's a ratchet joint in there allowing for some waist rotation. The legs can come all the way out to the front, out to the back, out to the side. We've got a nice deep bend on that knee, as well as the ability to bring that knee pad back up, covering off the join. There's an upper thigh rotation just inside this mechanism here. The wheels can hinge up and hinge down, depending on how you want them displayed. And the feet can go upwards and downwards, and we can tilt side to side. And much like his official and legendary toy counterpart, a great combination of stiff, tight joints and excellent build quality allows for some ridiculously nice posing. And if we use these locking knee pads, it really holds the leg into place. We can pull off some pretty decent running poses as well. Now, as delightful as this Magnus wannabe looks, he does of course transform. So I'm going to get him changed up and we'll take a look at his vehicle mode. The transformation is the same as every other version of this mold, so I'll include a link just up here to the LT-02 original transformation sequence, and I'll meet you on the flip side. And here we have him all transformed up into his truck mode. Holds together really nicely. Mine doesn't roll as well as I'd like. I think I've actually popped that off the rim there. Needs to be locked out. There we go. But I think I need to just sort out these wheels. They seem to wibble a little bit too much, but it does kind of roll. It looks outstanding. Love that deco. I'd love one of these painted up as the Rhino from Mask as well. I think that would look incredible, and what a great tie-in that would be as well. Blue on the windows is exceptionally nice. This again holds together tight, but it is a real job to get everything to tab in at the same time. You press one piece down and another piece pops up. We have space on the back here to store our weapons. We can plug those in, and we can also tab each of these blades into the side of the gun as well, so that can just sit down and tab in nicely on the back there with the blades on either side. If you followed me for a while on here, you'll know that I am not a fan of having weapons stored on the rear of Prime. I think it looks rather silly, but each to their own. He looks spiffing. To give you a quick idea of his size, here he is alongside the movie Leader Prime from 2007. Mine is missing a few pieces. It's actually my son's, and he just plays around with it on the floor, so it's still a good piece though for scale comparisons. Here we have him alongside the MP10 and also Wei Zhang's oversized version of the Studio series Optimus Prime. And as much as I'd like to show you further comparisons, unfortunately we are moving, so everything's kind of boxed and packed up. I just have a few figures still laying around, so unfortunately I can't compare the likes of the Black Mamba version, for example, or the Blue Circus. Unfortunately, those are all currently in storage. So, what are your thoughts? Do you like these kind of repaints? Is this something that maybe Takara should have already given us rather than still rinsing that MP10 mold? Leave your comments in the comments section below. Now, I do try and answer and respond to all comments, but I do get quite an overwhelming number of those on YouTube, so don't always get a chance to answer them all. But obviously, if you wish to discuss any of these knockoffs any further, then feel free to join the knockoff Facebook group. Just search Ben's KO Lectables, the same as the channel title, and you'll find our Facebook group where we talk about all things bootleg. Until next time, from myself and Ultra Magnus, thanks for watching. Goodbye.